Artliner trackpad was a completely new concept, and it has proved its worth for its convenience, economy and superior performance. Artliner was the first of its kind and still is the standard road protection trackpad in the world. This is our research and development head office and precision plant. This is Artliner manufacturing plant and distribution center, where we manufacture, store, manage and dispatch Artliner trackpads. Artliner trackpads have been widely used throughout the world, including the United States, Canada, Great Britain, Germany, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, Tonga and Peru. What is an Artliner trackpad? What kind of product is it? When using steel crawler vehicles on the paved ground, damage to the pavement caused by the metal tracks has been a major problem. However, by mounting Artliner trackpads onto the steel tracks, the paved road surface is protected from being damaged, and the operating efficiency at work sites has drastically improved. In other words, Artliner performs at its best in a developing environment where human maintenance is constantly required. Conventional protective rubber pads had two considerable hurdles to overcome. They were easy to chip on the edge and easy to wear out. So, Art Japan researched and developed rubber that is difficult to chip and wear out. And to further grade up the strength, we devised three-dimensional rubber pad configuration that is impact efficient against chipping and abrasion. With these fortifying measures, Artliner trackpads lasted more than 3,000 hours in a pavement experiment and proved its superior durability. The fusion of cut and abrasion-resistant rubber and the impact-efficient 3D design is the essence of Artliner trackpads. Furthermore, Artliner's core metal is embedded and sealed inside the trackpad with metal rubber adhesive. This makes separation very difficult. Now, let's look at how to mount an Artliner trackpad onto a steel shoe plate. There are two types of Artliner trackpads: a bolt-on pad with threaded bolt studs that go into the bolt holes on a steel shoe plate, and a clip-on pad which is clamped onto the shoe plate with metal brackets on both ends so that it can work without the pre-drilled holes on the shoe plate. With an Artliner bolt-on pad, insert the jutted bolt studs into the pre-drilled bolt holes on the shoe plate. Then, place the spring washers and dome-shaped nuts from the other side of the shoe plate and fasten them with an impact wrench. The mounting can be done easily by a single person. Now, let's take a look at how to mount Artliner clip-on pads. A clip-on pad grips onto the shoe plate with special metal brackets. When Artliner clip-on pads are shipped, one of the metal brackets is already attached to one end of each pad. Hook this fixed bracket onto one side of the shoe plate. Then, place another metal clip on the other end and fasten it with bolts. Because Artliner trackpads are put on and taken off individually and easily onto and from each metal shoe plate of a crawler construction vehicle, if one trackpad is damaged, only that pad alone needs to be replaced with a new one. This is far more economical compared to conventional continuous rubber crawlers. Artliner trackpads are applicable to a number of different shoe plates. That's why they are compatible with more than 1,000 crawler vehicles of different brands. We will now go over how Artliner trackpads are designed, produced and managed. Our design department at the head office conducts experiments based upon feedback from end users of our actual work sites and develops three-dimensional integral models of each new Artliner trackpad. The design data of Artliner trackpads are sent to the precision plant where necessary sets of metal molds are produced. The completed sets of metal molds are then sent to Artliner manufacturing plant. Core metals are configured and pressured mold curing of the final products begins. From the initial development phase to mass production, Artliner trackpads are generated within a continuum of in-house production management systems. The manufactured Artliner trackpads are stored and managed by Artliner Distribution Center, where they are swiftly shipped to customers and dealers throughout the world in keeping with their orders. Artliner trackpads meet the needs of many crawler construction vehicles, including excavators and cranes. Artliner trackpads have been in use at many work sites with paved surfaces, such as concrete, asphalt or bitumen,